so I've blow dried my hair and I've put some product in it before I blow dried it. I'll link those products I use before down below. And so the first thing I'm going to do is just section my hair. And I like to take about this much and just put it up. I have a ponytail holder, but you could really use whatever. And I have my flat iron, which is what I'm going to use to curl. And the first thing I'm going to do is just take a section right here, and I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to roll it forward, and I'm going to pull it. I'm going to keep twisting it until I get a curl. And then when I'm finished with that curl, notice how I didn't pull the curl all the way through the end, because I want that beachy look. I don't want it to be curled all the way through. So then I'm just going to take the end of that curl and flat iron it even more, just to give it that beachy look. And underneath here, I'm just going to pull it forward. I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to keep working section by section, taking it and flat ironing the ends. Then I kind of like to play with it with my fingers, see what I think about how I've got it curled. I like to keep it as long as possible because I just really want this to be very simple and beachy and not a structured curl. So I'm going to take the back here. I'm just going to wrap it around. And honestly, this is underneath, so there's no, they don't have to be perfect. And if you don't get every piece, that's okay. Whatever pieces you don't get, make sure you flat iron those ends. And this I'm just going to take, and I'm actually going to work away. So I'm going to roll backwards, and then I'm just going to pull that through and take the end. On this side of my hair, I like to work backward, kind of away from my face, because when I'm on this side I pull this way, when I'm on this side I roll this way, and I pull like this. And honestly, you just need that first initial curl, and then I just pull it through and see how it gives you that nice look. Now I held that a little too long, so if you feel like it's a little too curly, just run that flat iron through it. That way it'll soften it down a little bit. So I'm taking about 1 to 1.5 inch sections because I don't want it to have a lot of curl. And I have very coarse, dry hair. So a lot of you with finer textured hair, you wouldn't necessarily be able to do this part. I like to run the flat iron just through the end here to really help smooth out any of the frizziness I have, because I do have frizzy, coarse hair. So those of you that have finer textured hair, even normal textured hair, I wouldn't recommend doing that step. But for those of you that do have the frizzier, curlier textured hair and you want that straight end and you don't want them to look dry and frizzy, that really helps eliminate that problem. So I'm just gonna take it and see how I've rolled it once, and then I just take it on down like that. And see how it's a really nice loose wave. If you can get the hang of taking a section and taking it up here, rolling it away from your face, rolling it one time like so, see how I've got it right here, and then just pulling it down. And it really gives that nice loose wave. So you'll just follow that same. You don't want to hold it too long up there like I did on those last few curls, because that is where you'll see a kink. Like you can see I have got a kink right here. So the quicker you can be about doing it, rolling it back, pulling it down, because once you've gotten that initial roll, once you've gotten this initial roll right here, the heat's already distributed through that curl, and so when you pull it down, you just keep pulling with your hair. It helps pull that curl down with it. And these are probably about 1 inch sections, and I take about 4 inches worth of hair. Run the flat iron through the ends. I do it once and see how I pull that piece, and then I just kind of keep it in my hand like that. sometimes I take alternating, like maybe 1 inch, maybe ½ inch, maybe even 2 inches. That way you get a variety of curl in your hair and it's not all one diameter. So I'll try and make it a little bit quicker so that way once you get the hang of it, you can see how it actually needs to be done. Okay, so I pull it, hold the end, roll it once, pull it through. Pull it on down. Once you get this. And I just kind of like to play with it as much as I can to get it exactly how I want it. Okay, now I'm going to show you an example of maybe having too curly of a piece, or you pull all the way through. Alright, so here's my section of hair. I'm going to take it and I'm just going to pretend like I've just rolled it too much. And see how it gives more of this, which if this is what you're going for, that's great, but I'm going for that beachy look. So just take that piece, pull it out straight, kind of run the flat iron over the curl, and then just pull that through the ends. And see how that really just nicely loosened that. Okay, so let's finish this side. Pull it on through. I like to split up this front piece. I like these pieces to be a little bit smaller around the face, so I try and go a couple days in between washing, and I find that it helps. Okay, so those I felt like were a little, kind of loose them out a little bit. Okay, so now that I've got my hair curled, I'm just going to keep playing with it. Of texture through the ends, I'm going to take this beach spray. It is the Surf Infusion, and it's the oil and salt infused spray for soft sea toss waves with a sheen. I like this one personally. I've tried the other one, the actual just the regular sea salt spray, and it's in the black tube or whatever. I like that one a lot, but I feel like it's more for the finer textured who need a little more grit and who need a little more texture in their hair. I don't really lack texture in my hair, so that's something, I just add this as a little bit of a bonus to the ends to give that pieciness, but it also helps create that shine, and especially on the second and third day of having my hair like this, it really helps to bring that shine so it's not as dull and it's not as dry looking on my ends. So you make sure I shake it up, and I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to spray through the ends like this and just run it through, spray it through. Okay, so that is the finished look. If you guys really like tutorials like this, please leave me a comment down below. That way I know what you guys would like to see. If you guys like these shorter tutorials like that, yeah, just let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already and give this a thumbs up. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.